Hello, my dear student. I am Krishna Kumar. Today we start the new topic about the photosynthesis, in which we discuss about the some activities which are necessary for the photosynthesis. First, we see here the activity one, activity to show that the chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis, in which we take the some requirement as the potted plant we should be the D starch, but the potted plant should be the variegated leaves such as the croton plant. And the other requirements is need here for the test of starch such as alcohol, iodine solution and test tube, beaker, water, etc. The next we come to the procedure. First we take the potted plant and make it de-starch by put it into the dark room for 3 to 4 days. The variegated leaves is such type of the plants in which the leaves are of the different color such as green, blue, red, orange. The such type of colors are present into the leaves. So such type of the plants are known as variegated leaves or variegated plant. Keep it in dark room for 3 days to use the starch and the plant become the de-starch. Then keep it in sunlight for 6 hours. The whole arrangement which we put into the dark room, it put into under the sunlight for 5 to 6 hours for the photosynthesis process. Then take a leaf from the plant and mark the green areas of the leaf on a sheet of paper for the identification of the green patches of the leaves. And that's why when we do the starch taste, then we see here the in which part of the chlorophyll is present. Then dip the leaf in boiling water to make it soft, and then the soft leaf now enter into the test tube easily, which is filled with the alcohols. And with the alcohol, leaf is get boiled, heated up by put it into the water bath or into the beaker, which is filled with 3/4 of the beaker as with the water. And as well as the alcohol is get heated up, the pigments of the leaf is start to release into the alcohol. The leaf become the decolorized and remove the all the chlorophyll and the pigments of the leaves. Then wash the leaf in water and dip it in dilute iodine solutions. And after put it into the dilute iodine solution, we observe the what will be the changing takes place into the leaves. It will be seen that only the green parts of the leaf turns blue black and the other parts of the leaf does not show any kind of the change. So we get the conclusion after getting the observation the chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis, and so that we give the conclusion here the activity to show that the chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. The next activity is here to show that the carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. For perform this aim, we also need here some requirements, and here we need one potted plants and the some amount of potassium hydroxide, because potassium hydroxide is carbon dioxide absorber, and we need to show that the carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis, and that's why we need the potassium hydroxide to take out the carbon dioxide from the air. Then keep the plants on separate glass plates, but before put it into the glass plates, it should be de-starched by put it into the dark room for 3 to 4 days, and that's why the plants absorb the use the starch and become the de-starch. And the whole arrangement of the plant, both the plant is put into the sunlight. In one arrangement there is the potassium hydroxide, but in another arrangement there is no potassium hydroxide, so that in one glass tube, there is the carbon dioxide is absent, but in another glass tube, there is the presence of carbon dioxide into there in air. So the after put it into the 4 to 6 hour into the sunlight, then it allowed to photosynthesis, and now after the complete the 4 to 6 hour, we take out the plants from the glass jar and then take out the one leaf of the both the plants and do the test for the starch. When we use the test for starch, again go through the similar kind of the process. First we boil the water to make the soft, and then put the leaf into the alcohol and boil them into the alcohol to release the all chlorophylls of the uh, plants, and then put the iodine solution on them. And when we observe here, the one leaf is changed into the blue black color, but another one is not so any kind of the change. But the leaf which one is not changed by any color, it is uh, with the potassium hydroxide. The plant which one is with the potassium hydroxide, in these plant the no change in the color we see here, it indicates that the potassium hydroxide absorb the carbon dioxide, and in their environment there is not the carbon dioxide is present, and that's why there will be not the photosynthesis is takes place. But in the another arrangement, there will be the potassium hydroxide is not present in them, so that in their environment, in their air, the carbon dioxide is present, and the change of their leaf is into the blue black color. It indicates that the photosynthesis is takes place in the such plant. So that it conclude here, the conclusion we get here, the carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. So my dear student, here in this activity we show that the carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. Now come to the nutrition in animals. The nutrition, there are the two kind of the animals we know here. The one is the lower ordinals and the one is the higher ordinals. In lower ordinals there is the amoeba, Paramecium euglena. These are the lower ordinals, and in amoeba is the unicellular animal living in water. It takes in food by forming finger-like projection called pseudopodia and forms a food vacuole, so that the food is taken by the amoeba by the process of the diffusion process, and there is a uh, very simple process of taking of the food, and the inside the amoeba there is the digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion is also takes place, but the whole process is takes place in the single cell. So this is the one kind of the very simple way of the taking of the nutrition in the amoeba in lower organ, and undigested food is get out by the again the diffusion process into the water by bursting of the food vacuoles. But in the human being is very complex organ, and nutrition in human beings takes place in the digestive system, but in amoeba the simple organ there is not the digestive system, there is the only single cell is capable to do the such type of the process of the nutrition. It consists of the alimentary canal glands which produce enzymes which breaks down food into smaller molecules. In higher organs there is the system of the digestion. So this system is known as the digestive system. This is very complex system, and the main organs of the digestive system are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, anus. The main glands are salivary glands, gastric glands, liver, pancreas, and intestinal glands. And you can be see here in the figure the system of digestion. And in the digestive system we see here there is a very complex system in which the different organ and glands helps to digest the food into the human being. So dear student, in the human being which is the very complex organism. There is the digestive system for the nutrition, but in simple living organism there is not the any digestive system. There is only the single cell is capable to perform the digestion. Thank you. Again I come with a new video and I explain here how the nutrition is takes place in the human being, and we also discuss about the different processes by which the uh, nutrition is takes place in the higher organism. Thank you.